go ahead and reach out to all of our guests. Make sure everybody knows that we're about to get started
Recording in progress.
and give you guys a chance to, just go ahead and let us know who you are and where you're calling from.
Fletla Ferris, Fort Worth, Texas.
Clela, how you doing, darling?
Awesome.
That
Melvin.
that, that smile means that you miss talking to me.
I do. In
Same
fact,
thing, darling.
I
Same.
need to talk to your wife. That's who I need to talk to. I've sent her messages, but she hasn't sent them back yet to me. I
Oh
need to
yeah.
get a hold of her.
Don't worry about it. I'll make sure. Matter of fact, let me do this. I'm gonna send you her number right now.
I got her number, honey. I sent her
Okay.
a text message. She didn't reply back.
Well,
Maybe we'll go ahead
text
and
me.
send it to me. Go ahead
Text
and
me.
send it to me.
No,
Okay,
text me, and as soon as I see it, I'll show her.
you got it. Because
Awesome.
I got into a new apartment. Before even moving in, I made sure the manager okayed me for to get a water system.
Oh, that was smart. That's what I'm talking about. Get you some good water and get paid on it at the same time.
And I'm promoting around my apartment complex.
I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Who else got something they want to share? Who talk to me, guys? Who we have on here, and where you calling from?
Great evening, Texas.
Sabrina Tomlin. Welcome.
Great evening, Carla Wynn in Brooklyn, New York.
Carla Wynn, Brooklyn, New York. Welcome. Barbie Tresnak. Welcome to the call.
Erjon Dekiji from Texas.
Erjon, what's going on?
What's going on, brother? Great call the other day, by the way.
Man, appreciate you. Thank you.
Leroy from St. Louis.
Leroy, welcome to the call. Welcome to the call.
Laura from South Carolina.
South Kakalaki is in the house. Laura from the block is in the building. Welcome to the call.
Kathy Jewell, Spring, Texas, and I ordered my Alco CT and received it and waiting for it to be installed.
Don't forget to take pictures. Don't forget to take pictures. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I heard you have a big event, a couple of water shows that you're going to be doing. So, congratulations. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
All right. Who else do we have here? Who else wants to tell us where you're calling from?
Angel Trent, Houston, Texas.
Angel Trent, welcome to the call.
Jackie Meadows, Denver, Colorado.
Hey, Jackie, welcome to the call.
Hey.
And DAV.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the call.
All right.
David Leggett, Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, what's going on, Dave? Welcome to the call.
Sabine, Don Smith
from Atlanta, Georgia as well.
Hey, Don, welcome to the call.
Natasha Van Horn from Jacksonville, Florida.
Tim Neal, Puerto Rico.
Tim Neal, welcome to the call. Natasha, I don't know if you heard me. I think my mic muted out for a half second, but welcome to the call.
Thank you.
Scott from Houston.
Hey, Scott, welcome to the call. Long time no talk to. Like about an hour or two ago. Welcome to the call. Who else do we have here?
Jose, South Florida.
Awesome, guys. And we're going to be getting started in just a moment. Again, make sure you make your last minute text messages. We're going to go ahead and really get this show on the road with probably the next 60 seconds. So make your last minute text messages, your last minute phone calls, and make sure you got yourself something to write with, something to write on, and put yourself in a position where you are ready to receive. So again, one last round of conversations. Let us know who you are, where you're calling from.
I'm finally unmuted. Karen from Atlanta, Georgia. Karen Tyler.
Hey, Karen, welcome to the call. Glad to have you.
What's up, everyone? This is Calvin. What's up, Mr. Bean?
Calvin Hong, welcome to the call and congratulations on your deal today, man.
Yeah, thank you. It was a good one because it's my birthday today, so I told him, hey, like we gotta make stuff happen. So I'm not supposed to be working my birthday. He's like, all right, I got you. So
that's what we call a four-figure present, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's a nice birthday gift that you gave yourself.
Happy birthday, Calvin. Happy birthday. Awesome job.
Happy birthday, Calvin. Congrats on that deal, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. One big happy family. And so, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. I wanted to make sure that each and every last one of you had an opportunity, to get yourself comfortable because what we're going to do tonight won't take a long time. And I am definitely excited about sharing this opportunity with you guys. And We're just excited about where we are as a company. And so you guys are looking at a company called Build, and it's the Build Network. And this network, guys, as of this month, will be expanding outside of the United States of America. And that's one of the reasons why I'm elated today to talk to you guys. Just a little bit about myself real quick before we kick in. Background is, I'm from Houston here. Served about 6 years in the U.S. military during Desert Storm. Came home, went into real estate, which is where my wife and I made our first seven figures. After that, when the bubble bursted on us in 2008, we transitioned to commodities in the form of coffee distribution, open up distribution points in 32 countries around the world, and made almost eight figures in that industry and in that company. And then retired at the age of 50, almost 4 years ago, and went into investing and made seven figures in investing. And so, got a call about this company, and I wasn't open for opportunities, but I'm always open to listen to people. You always give people an ear, and because you never know what's going to hit your plate, never know what's going to come across your table, and when you educate yourself on what people have, one or two things are going to happen. You're either going to take full advantage of it, or you can actually help that person and refer them business and point them in the right direction, which I thought was going to be the actual result of that phone call. But here he is, guys, 13, 14 months, 13 months later, um, being the VP of sales for the company, part owner of the company now, uh, and getting ready to take this thing across the seas outside of the United States of America, guys. I wouldn't want to be any place but here in this company. So you guys are going to listen about how to actually build your mindset tonight, how to build your business, and how to build your network through Build. And the thing I love about Build, one of the things that helped me make my decision was that it's a high ticket sales brokerage. It's not a network marketing company. It's a company where a person can literally come in here and make a six-figure annual income on a very part-time basis without recruiting anybody. Okay? And that's unheard of, but that's also necessary in today's climate when it comes to everything that's happening in the United States of America, when it comes to companies being eliminated, jobs being eliminated, AI and everything else putting people out of business. And so this is like a mission for me. The money will come as a direct impact from us going out here and spreading the word, spreading the message, and putting people in a position where they can offset their losses. So that's why I'm excited. And this high ticket brokerage, guys, what you're going to see is that we have a business suite of several companies, right, in several industries, and they're all industries that people are extremely familiar with, and people are purchasing from and taking advantage of those services every day. Okay, and so I'm excited about showing you guys, what we have for you. So when it comes to building a business, I kind of alluded to it earlier. The most important thing is this, nobody's coming to save you guys. Nobody's coming to help you. You're the what we call the president, of your own home. You're the CFO, if you will, the person who's responsible for the finances under your roof. And when you look at what's going on and the people who are losing their jobs and things like that, guys, you want to make sure that if anything was ever happen to you, that would threaten, the economics under your roof, you want to make sure you're prepared. You want to make sure you have a plan B or a plan C, something that can do better than weather the storm. You want to be able to not miss a beat and be able to have something in place where you don't lose the quality of your life while you're replacing what you just lost. Okay. And that's how the wealthiest people in the world, they think that way because they never want to get caught short. They never want to put all their eggs in one basket. And that's what most employees do. Okay. And so you want to get out of the employee mindset, at this moment while we're having this conversation and put your business cap on. Okay. And so when you look at the age of the gig economy that's upon us right now, the companies that are coming up with gigs, they're making billions and billions of dollars. Okay. Because when you look at the true entrepreneurs, they look at what's going on around the world and they come up with solutions and things that solve challenges for people. And matter of fact, if you look in a dictionary under the word entrepreneur, the definition would literally be the person that solves a problem. Okay? And what you're about to find out tonight, guys, is that this company that you're looking at tonight, Build, is in a position to solve problems globally. And when you look at Uber, Etsy, Airbnb, Shopify, Amazon, DoorDash, all these things that people are using to stop the bleeding. A lot of these things that people are using to, be a bridge or a gap, something to stop the gap, or fill the gap rather, while they find out what the next job is going to be or what their next opportunity is going to be. These are not the end all be all solutions. You can make some money on it, but you won't make a fortune on them as a whole, right? So that's why I'm excited about us, because again, when you look at Build, you're gonna see when we talk about these high ticket verticals that we have, guys, you'll see that you can pick one of those verticals that we have and make a flat out fortune with it. You don't even need all of them. But when it comes time to picking verticals, when it comes time to picking opportunities and businesses that you want to consider, as something to do extra or something to replace your plan A, you want to make sure that they check these boxes. Yeah, you want to make sure that these are industries with big target market and low market penetration. Okay, essential goods and services like gas, electricity, water, or things that are habit forming like alcohol, tobacco products, coffee, stuff like that. Okay, and then industries that will thrive in good and bad economies. As when we look at COVID, we talked about people being locked in home, can't go anywhere. People lost jobs. 30,000 companies in the United States of America closed down, and my income went up. Okay. And my income went up because at that time, I had a coffee distribution network in 32 countries. And not only did people drink more coffee, they drink more coffee to the tune of $200,000 a month more coffee. Gave ourselves a nice big raise because it didn't matter what was going on around the world, guys. People were not going to stop drinking coffee, just like you needed the gas to cook, the water to bathe, right? The electricity to see, right? You have to find something that people cannot do without. And so that's what I want to make sure you guys get out of this today. We have things that people are not going to be able to move on without. Now, one of the first things when it comes to our high ticket portfolio and our business suite is solar. Okay? We have solar, in residential and commercial. Okay? But I like solar. We're not a solar company, it's our flagship service. But I like solar because when you look at solar, that pays a lot. Okay. $6,000 to $10,000 per transaction on average, right? So if you're just doing a deal where you're just referring deals in passing, and you don't even need, to make a lot of money. You just need to make an extra $1,000 a month. As you can see, you get one of these deals done, guys. You're good for 2 or 3 months, or 3 or 4 months, right? That's the thing I love about this industry. You have a lot of people who are coming into this industry who have no background in it, don't understand it, but they're getting to know it right away. Okay. And so when you look at Rain H2O, Rain H2O is our alkaline hydration water company. Okay. And when you look at water is a really big deal. As a matter of fact, in 2022, $7.85 billion worth of water, revenue was generated in the North American region of where we're at. In 2023, guys, $8.45 billion in sales and revenue was generated on water filtration systems, right? And so that lets you know how important it is, right? But the other thing you want to know is this, our company, that, builds our machines is the company that brought alkaline water to North America 30 years ago. So these guys are experts. They're the best at what they do. The systems that they make are amazing. They're half the price as the top of the line machines on the market, but we're high quality, right? And we actually pay 3 times as much to 4 times as much as the leading company out there. So less expensive, more lucrative to sell. Okay. And when I say more lucrative to sell, those other companies out there, they pay $250 to $300. In ours, they pay anywhere from $500 to $2,000. Okay. So Brinks, as you can see,
Well,
ADT
this
integrated home
motherfucker said he can
security.
get a feel of what he really fucking likes.
Hey guys, if you can mute your lines out, please. Okay, appreciate it. And Chris, if you can monitor those lines for me, I appreciate it. And so, like I said, guys, Brinks Home Security, again, we're in the security business, and we're going to always be in the security business. It's been around for over 100 years, guys. and it's going to be around. As a matter of fact, I do believe that security is going to be a big need, and unfortunately, in the future, based on all the people who are losing jobs. Anytime people lose jobs, guys, they have to take care of families. Desperate things happen. They go to desperate measures. Okay, and then when you look at money in general, the Smart Money Club. I can't wait to talk to you guys about how we're going to help you not just make money, but sustain it, scale it, diversify with it, and build a legacy that you can live behind with it in our Smart Money Club. So get this show on the road. When it comes to solar, talked about solar being first. It's the flagship project of our company. Uh, Men and women, a lot of guys' numbers don't. Like I said, this is a market where we can come in and it's just business all over the place. 90 million homes are eligible for solar, 5 million have gone solar, 85 million are eligible right now currently, right? That's a huge, huge market to go out there and do business with. So there's no need to have a scarcity mentality, right? We have enough homes out there that'll take care of our families for the next 10 to 15 years easy. Okay. And when you look at, the what people are doing and how people are educating themselves and the demand for solar is high right now. A good friend of mine who's actually a partner of mine in this company, Hans, sent me a text message and he said, "Hey, look, last week, over the last 7 days, 497 thousand people Googled or searched home installations for solar. Okay, so people are looking for what we actually have our hands on. Okay, and so you look no further to California, guys. In California is everything solar, and at some point in time, every state is going to adopt that, whether they want to, willingly or not. Okay, and so when you look at the laws that they have and things that they're doing to make sure that solar becomes a real big deal. California since 2020, they couldn't build a house that didn't have solar on it, right? Real big deal. So in 2035, you won't be able to buy a vehicle that's operated on petrol, right? It had to be a EV vehicle in the state of California. Well, you'll start to see that happening again in every state around the United States at some point in time. It's not if, it's when. Okay. And so when you look at, the most important person in every transaction that we do, it's the homeowner, it's the consumer. And that consumer, guys, they come into our conversations understanding that they can save up to 50% on their energy costs. And what we've been seeing on average is about 30 to 40%. 0% down with various financing options. You have, blackout protection using, specific batteries, which I have, our actual system on my home. So I'm a product of the product. And I live in Houston where we have a lot of hurricanes, right? And as a matter of fact, the lights in our neighborhood went out today, not because of a storm. It was down 2 hours based on, repairs and things like that. Our lights were on because our battery was on. Okay, and so when hurricanes and things like that hit, we won't have to do the things that we did in the past, like use generators, go into hotels that have been marked up. Like they had hotels that were $79 a night that would normally be $79 a night with $300 and $400 a night. Right? We don't have to subject ourselves to those things, and we can also be a safe haven to a lot of our family and friends who are in the area who can get to us. Okay? Tax credits. And this is a big one too. If you qualify, guys, and your CPAs will tell you if you qualify or not and how to qualify, 30%, right? And if you don't qualify, guess what? There's a way that the banks can use that tax credit and help you with your bill, dropping your bill down even lesser. And then immediate increase in home value. When you look at the ever rising visibility, and education on solar. People are getting more and more into solar every day. As a matter of fact, realtors are now educating themselves and they're becoming, green certified. So they are now focusing on, solar and things like that. So there people are getting top dollar for their homes when they have solar on it because that person knows now that when they buy that home, they're only going to have one bill. Okay, they'll have one bill with the rest of the solar balance in that mortgage, or that mortgage is paid off, and Basically, you're just going to have that one bill, never ever having an electric bill again. Okay? And then clean energy. We want to make sure we keep the earth around us safe and make sure the environment around us is safe for our families. Now, that number on the bottom of the screen, we talked about how many people are going solar. In 2022, someone went solar every 44 seconds, right? In 2023, someone went solar every 38 seconds, right? So definitely want to see what it looks like in 2024. Now, what do you see when you look at this photo? Right? And somebody's going to be like, hey, Captain Obvious, we see homes that have no solar on them, and that's fine. But as a good friend of mine, Idris Salaka says, I see homes that don't have solar, one, which is a need, but I also see homes that can use water filtration systems, homes that can use security systems, right? Homes that have people in them that need our smart money and everything else that we offer. Okay. Think about this for a second, guys. When you actually have a company like Apple, Apple is said to be the most admired company in the world right now. And if that's the case, think about how they got there. Right. Now, you talk about the Apple ecosystem. You either bought a phone or you bought a MacBook or you bought a desktop, whatever it is you bought, fell in love with it. And guess what else you did? You bought something else from Apple. And everything Apple comes out with, you buy. So it's the same thing when you actually have brand recognition and people buy something from you that they fall in love with of high quality. Well, guess what? We get a chance to go back and offer everything else in our portfolio, in our ecosystem. So that's what I see as an entrepreneur, when I look at this picture. Okay. Now, speaking of people who came on board and went straight to work, we have a Century 21 agent. We gave him a script, told him exactly what to say to all his past clients, and he went, made a couple phone calls, and one of his clients, who was paying on average of $287 a month for solar, uh, basically went solar with us and got his bill reduced to $148 a month, right? Never to go up and one day to go away, replacing the old bill, right? Now that's a win for the homeowner. Now, the commission on it was $6,400. Now, the person who did all the heavy lifting and all the work and did the presentations for the Century 21 agent, they made $3,200. Now, the mentee, the Century 21 agent, made $3,200 as well. So it's a win-win situation all the way around the board. Here we have a home in Florida, and this was also a customer of an EXP realty agent. And so we teach people how to go back again to their past clients and offer them what they now currently have. And they went solar with us, $410 before, going solar, $290 a month after going solar. They're winning. And look at the commission, $8,200, guys. So again, a mentor who did the presentation, did all the heavy lifting, right? 4,100. The person who brought the deal to the table, originated the deal, the EXP agent, $4,100. Okay. And as you can see right there, that quote by our, I call him El Presidente, JC Rangel, one of the partners, a solar sales presentation is not a presentation, guys. It's an IQ test. Okay. It has to make sense, when you look at what we have to offer and how we do business. Now, energy costs over time, guys. Inflation is what it is. It's not something that you can control. But again, when you know better, you can do better, right? So if you know that 10 years ago, your bill was a lot higher than it is today, 5 years ago, it was a lot higher than it was 10 years ago. Today is a lot higher than it was 5 years ago. Well, 10 years from now, guys, it's going to be a lot higher again. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you just go ahead and get rid of it, period. And this is how you get out of that situation. You treat your electricity and your energy like you treat your home. Okay. You would not rent your home for 30 years, knowing that your rent is going to go up every year to 2 years and knowing that you would never ever own it. Right. So why would you do the same thing to your energy? Okay. Why wouldn't you just go ahead and own the energy that powers your home and cut out the middleman, cut out the renter, which is a utility company? Okay. That's important. Now watch this also. For those of you who say, you know what, my energy company's been good to me. I'm gonna stay with my energy company. Let me show you what that type of loyalty will do for you, right? When you look at everybody like myself who went solar, like Laura Johnson, who's on here, who went solar, and all my other business partners and all other people around the United States of America who went solar. Every time one of us comes off the grid and goes solar, your bill goes up. Okay. Because now you have to now start paying to make up the losses that the company took when we left. Right. And so you're going to end up holding the bag for everybody who was wise enough to go solar. The other thing about this is that you say you're not going solar. You've been solar for some time now. You just don't have them on your roof. You're paying for the solar fields that your utility company owns. Okay. So go to your bill, guys. When you go to your bill, you'll see something on there that says, clean energy project, renewable energy project, all that good stuff, right? And let's just say you don't really pay attention to it that much because it's only $1. Guys, there's no such thing as only $1. And when you are in a region like over in Atlanta, where the energy company has 6 million customers, and it's only $1, well, that's only $6 million a month that they're actually getting you. It's kind of like it's almost like embezzling money. It's like ciphering money and off the top, right? They take a little bit, you don't notice it, right? And the mob, they whack you for that, right? But here you can't do nothing about it except for go solar. That's how you whack the utility company, right? Yeah, and I joke about that, but this is how the rich get richer, guys. Every month they're buying more and more panels, right, for their solar farms that you're funding. Now watch this. They're charging you fossil fuel rates, high rates for that when they're just getting the energy from their, solar farms. So they're paying you over, they're paying you above retail. And they're getting richer. Okay. And so you know, if you can't beat them guys, join them. Go solar with the utility companies. Don't make it a big deal, right? So when you look at smart people, right? And I have this philosophy that I don't take advice from people who I wouldn't trade places with or bank accounts with. And Warren Buffett is one of the most intelligent investors in the world. And this man said energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history, right? And if he's saying that, he's like E.F. Hutton. When he talks, people listen. But watch this. He didn't just create that quote. What he did was he actually put $10 billion of his own money on clean energy. Okay. And so when people like that make those type of moves, guys, that should get your attention. Okay. And when you look at the home and business security, I talked about it, a little bit earlier, but when you look at ADT, as ADT has a reputation, that supersedes them. They've been around forever, and they're all around the world, guys. And so you see all the things that they have in front of you. We also have Brinks that's here as well, and we have Ripple that we'll be launching as well as our military grade portable security. But as you can see, the ranges, price points, up to $63 a month. They pay $400 to $700 per sale, right? And they pay it the very next week. Fast money. Yeah, people doing 2 to 3 sales a week, when it comes to the ADT and security. Now, the Ripple, when you see the Ripple pops up, guys. That's going to be one that we're launching. That one you'll get paid up front, big time money as well. But you're going to get paid on the monitoring when it comes to the Ripple. And oh, by the way, it's portable, which means that you can arm it at your house, and when you leave and go on a girls' trip to Miami, you can take it and put it in the Airbnb with you. Or when you leave and go to your office at night, and someone tries to force their way in the office, it's going to scream, and they can't turn it off. Right? You have a daughter that's in college, and your daughter is in a dormitory room. Somebody forces their way into a room where it's going to scream, and they're going to leave, and your daughter won't become a statistic. And so security, whether we like it or not, is something that's needed. As a matter of fact, the technology they're going to be using with the Ripple is just amazing when it comes to AI. If you have a psycho ex-boyfriend or a baddie ex-girlfriend and they show up and that AI recognizes their face, it's going to scream. So again, I can't wait for Ripple to come out, guys. But we're ahead of the world when it comes to Ripple and some other things that we're going to be bringing on board. So when it comes to our water filtration system, guys, we talk about transforming your home with pure alkaline water for drinking, bathing, healthier tomorrow. Right now, you can get a full home system, right, in California and Texas. Okay. And here's some of the benefits of having alkaline water. By the way, I've been drinking alkaline water for 17 years myself, but it's rich in antioxidants and minerals, hydrates and rejuvenates the body, supports immune system functions, and may reduce illnesses and diseases while it supports your digestive health, right? And last but not least, let me see if I can get this out of my way here. Neutralizes acidity and for healthier drinking water. So again, these are the reasons why you want to actually participate in alkaline water. Now, if you see those, those little pipes over there to the right, those are pipes that a lot of us are drinking out of right now. As a matter of fact, a lot of the guys that are on this call who used to play basketball, used to play football as kids, and when you finish, you got all tired and you got all sweaty and you went and grabbed what? The water hose, right? And you drank as much water as you could out of that water hose. Guess what? If you go to that same water hose, it has the same pipes. And those pipes probably look like that, if not worse, right? And that's what you're putting in your body, and it's affecting everything you see, right here on the screen, from your brain all the way down to your blood. Okay. Guys, your body needs clean water. Your body needs healthy water more than it needs clean water. So make sure your water is alkaline so your body can have that pH balance, right? So what our system does to your water, guys, is it reverse osmosis. When it comes to that process, water is purified to the highest quality, adds three of the most important minerals to the human body, which is calcium, potassium, and magnesium. And then the union of these minerals make the water alkaline or oxygenated, if you will, like nature intended it, right? So less expensive than bottled water, guys. My wife and I, for 17 years, we literally picked up water, 8 5-gallon drums from the water tree here in the neighborhood. Well, not in the neighborhood, 35, 45 minutes away from our house. And it was in excess of $100 until we got the membership per month, right? So, which is right here, again, aligned with what you're seeing. Average family spends between $50 to $100 per month for water. Alka 75, guys, this is the under the counter one, which I have in my house. Again, I'm a product of the product. I don't just have the solar, I have the water as well. Um, that machine will run you anywhere from $43 to $59 a month when financed. And one day it goes away, right? And you can pay it off early with no penalty. Countertop unit, let's see here, the CT, $28 to $49 a month with financing on average, and you can pay it cash. And then number three, the whole house system, $80 to $130 a month average when financing, California and Texas only. Okay. So those are the machines. That's what they look like. And so when we talk about the high ticket brokerage, guys, Encore Commercial, ADT, Rain H2O, and everything else that's to come, you can't really beat or compete with what we actually have our hands on. So personal sales, dual team, check match, direct sale, all these are ways that we actually get paid. We get paid 7 different ways in the company. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a couple in length, and I'm going to scroll through the other ones because these are the ones that I feel like are most important to the masses. Okay. And that's who we're here to cater to, the masses. Okay. So the first way you can make money, and it's, in my personal opinion, the most important way, because when people know that they can actually make money through sales, through their own work, their own effort, and not have to recruit anybody to do it, as that's a win situation. Okay. And so the company, being as generous as they are, they pay 70% of the commissions to the people who originate the deal and the people who close it. Okay. And let's say the average, profit is about $10,000 per install. If that's the case, that means that the average commission is about 7,000. Okay. So if you have a commission at $7,000 and it's a do it for you type of setup where you just bring the person to the table, we do the closing for you, guys, you have 3,500 and that person who closes the deal has 3,500, just like the examples you saw earlier. Now, if you're one of these people like Chris McHenry, Idris Salaka, Matthew Acosta, people who do their own deals that they bring to the table, you get the whole entire $7,000, right? And so I like this, because again, it puts people in a position where they don't have to worry about going get certified, learning solar, all the ins and outs. All they have to do is reach out to people and let them know that you are in the solar industry. Okay. Now, when it comes to the person who you hand that deal off to, right? When you actually go out there and do those 3 steps, pique a person's interest, get the bill, and then make the appointment for the mentor being the individual who does the presentation. the person who creates the AI, drawing that shows people the solar panels on their roof, the person that goes through the financing options, the person who goes through the tax breaks, the person who answers every question that your homeowner can come up with, right? That's the mentor. And if you're smart, you're sitting in on those mentor deals, right? You're learning, not talking, learning, right? And then after every one of those deals, ask questions, right? This is how you, if you want to become a mentor one day, this is how you evolve into that status, okay? But to become a mentor, 3 training sales with a mentor, close 5 sales on your own where you make 100% of the money, complete the company certification, then we put your name in lights, and then we put your name in a Dropbox, and people from all around the US can use you to close their deals. Now, when you actually become a mentor, you're gonna have people who reach out to you and they're gonna want you to do deals for them. Okay. They're gonna need 3 deals from a mentor just like you did. So you help 4 people accomplish that. That's 12 sales, and if you do that every month, guys, that's $42,000 with the example of you getting $3,500 per deal on average. If you did that every month, guys, that's a $500,000 a year. Okay. And so we're not talking about a full-time job. We're talking about crazy money on a very part-time basis. Okay. Now, when it comes to our brokerage plan, basically you get a chance to now build a sales force, if you will. And every time you introduce someone to build and they become a part of your sales team, sales force, you now receive an override. Okay. Every time, 100% of the time. Now, as a consultant, a person who's bringing someone on, let's say Jackie, out of Denver brings me on board and I do a deal. Okay. That deal is $10,000. Now I get $3,500, um, for my deal that I brought to the table. Let's say, you know, um, Alfonso Torres gets the other half because he did the actual mentoring on the deal. There's $3,000 left in that deal. Well, the company and these leaders that you see here, they split the other 3,000. Okay. So as a consultant, you get 20% of the 3,000, right? So Jackie would get $600 if that's the case. If Jackie was a manager, she would get 30% of it, which is $900, right? If Jackie was a director, 35% of which is like, $105, something like that, right? And again, you get the picture, guys. The more and more deals you bring to the table, the easier it is for you to advance up and unlock the rest of these commissions. Okay. So when you get 10, when Jackie has 10 deals done in her group for me and a couple other people, she becomes a manager. 24 makes her a director. 70, and this is all in the 60-day window, by the mind you. 70 makes her an executive and gives her profit sharing. Okay. 120 in 60 days makes her a national and it gives her a bigger part of the profit sharing pool as well. So it really does pay, for you if you're here for leverage. Because remember, there are some people who are coming here just to sell. YOE, your own efforts, right? Then you have some people who understand leverage. They're going to want to build a sales force, OPE, other people's efforts. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know where those quotes are coming from, right? And so that's what I appreciate about this company. You can come in and you can participate however you want to without being pressured. Now, some examples on what it looks like to be a manager with 10 deals. Let's say you had 4 people on your front line do one, 6 people anywhere down in depth do a deal with the same numbers I've been using all night. That's $6,300 in overrides, right? And you didn't do a deal in that example. Now, imagine that happening every month. That's 75 grand a year, part-time. Imagine you did one deal though, where you actually did both sides of that deal. Now it's 13,000 a month, 150,000 a year. Okay. Guess what? You add one more deal to everybody's, monthly, they doing go from 1 to 2. Now you become a director. Now you go from, $13,000 a month to $20,000 a month, $250,000 a year if it happens every month. Guys, this is the type of dynamic, earnings that people in high ticket sales and other companies wish they had access to. Okay. You have people who are looking at this company, guys, and just really and truly, excited about, it being around and them having an opportunity to change their economic status under their roof. Okay. Getting started is simple and it's also inexpensive. In my personal opinion, is too inexpensive because when you have something that only costs $149 or $199, you take it for granted. You really do. A lot of you guys spent that this weekend on dinner and a movie for two. Okay, but unlike other brokerages, unlike real estate brokerages and insurance brokerages and mortgage brokerages, where you have to be tested, certified, qualified, and you have to do all this stuff for just to put yourself in a position where you're licensed and able to do business. We don't have to do any of that. Okay, just to have a career in sales as a consultant, it's only $149 to get your position set up, and you can go to work. Okay. $49 a month for support, all your back end things, your overhead. Okay. And so let's say you have four people, even though you're not intending on recruiting. Let's just say you have a couple of homeowners, a couple of people who bought the water, ask you, is there an opportunity attached to this? And you say, yeah, it is. And they come on board as partners, even though you didn't recruit them, they recruit themselves. That happens four times, guys. Guess what? Your $49 goes away. So now you're operating your business for free. Okay. As a builder, as a brokerage owner, right? This is the elite level. And it's amazing how much $50 can make, how much of a difference $50 a month can make. Okay. So 199 down, right? $99 a month. You get access to all the same things that you had as a consultant, but you actually gain access to our membership. And guys, when I say membership, guys, this is the ultimate business and lifestyle membership in the industry of business. Okay. So let me share with you what I mean. So with Smart Money, with the Smart Money Club membership, and this is the CEO's baby right here. His vision is to make sure that we don't just help people make money because we all know people who had money before. And normally when you had money, it's because you knew how to make it. You just didn't know how to sustain it and keep it. Right. And so we're going to help you on a personal level and on a business level, take care of your personal credit and business credit. Make sure that your taxes are in place and you don't have problems with the I, the R, and the S. Make sure that you know how to generate capital and know how to get paid one, two, and three times off of the same dollar with being your own bank and insurance, and also and other investment strategies that we actually have here. Guys, when we talk about setting your family up again, so they never have to worry about money again as long as we live, that's what you'll be taught. Okay. That's our goal. It's all about financial empowerment, right? And so I'm excited about this. And there's a lot more. Matter of fact, we have, when it comes to our Smart Money Club, guys, we're going to have, for those of you who are into the future, when it comes to blockchain, crypto, Forex, AI, DeFi, guys, we have an educational program that's going to be a part of our Smart Money Club that you'll have access to when you're in the Smart Money, right? When we actually launch that next month, or either if as early as April or as late as May, you'll have access to that. Okay. So I'm extremely excited about that part. Now, our Bill Membership Rewards Club, guys, we just launched our soft launch, and open up access to our travel club portal, our Eventi portal. I can't wait for you guys to see that. And we've been experiencing already people saving dramatic money. Like we had a gentleman by the name of Alfonso Figueroa out of San Antonio yesterday. When they turned on the Aventi site, he went to the site, and he's going to Orlando for a business trip. He actually booked a room that saved him $757 on a four-star hotel by going through his own portal. That's amazing, right? But here you see, you have, obviously you have 50,000 restaurants you can shop at a discount, 150,000 retailers, which includes everything from movie theaters, bouncy houses, cruises, all kind of stuff, clothes, shopping, those things, as well as 850,000 travel providers as well. So hotels, resorts, all that stuff, guys. We literally save a ton of money. I've been, traveling. I think I made about 7 or 8 different places in the last 2 months. Uh, I saved 37% or more. 37%, 42%, 47%, 57%, 62%, and 70% on the hotel stays that I stayed at when I went to Baltimore, Atlanta, Denver, California, and San Antonio, other places that I did business with. Guys, we don't pay full price for anything. I do want you guys to understand that our travel portal is probably going to be one of the most impactful when it comes to everybody wanting to be a part of our network. It's going to be one of the biggest parts of our membership. So when I say we are the ultimate business and lifestyle membership out there, you'll come to find that out real soon when you start to see the pictures on social media. You start to hear all the stories. All right. Now, the dual team bonus, guys, this is really when it comes to you understanding where business is going today. And I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about your grandparents' business where everything was done traditionally, brick and mortar. We're talking about today, non-traditionally, click and order, right? We're talking about you behaving like, Disney, who has 150 million subscribers. HBO, who has 100 million subscribers, right? Netflix, who has 280 million subscribers. Spotify, 253 million subscribers. Guys, subscriber-based businesses are the fastest growing segment of business around the world, right? My personal favorite when it comes to business and business models is Netflix. Right? Netflix over 230 million subscribers now, right? And Jeff Bezos is a genius because he set up a platform where people are putting their products on his platform, and he gets to override everything that they sell. He didn't create anything, but his people, sell everything. And every time these people sell everything or put things on to be sold, he overrides it. But that's not where he creates his wealth and his security. The wealth and security comes from the subscriptions, guys. So when you look at build, guys, we didn't create solar, right? We just partner with the solar company. We sell it. We didn't create the machines for water. We just sell them, right? Security, just sell them, right? All we do is sell the products, but our subscriptions is what set us up for a stable, secure future. Guys, I'm gonna say it's with the way the economy is looking and the way things are happening out there. There are dark days coming ahead of people, and a lot of people are not prepared. A lot of people are ill prepared. As a matter of fact, go way back to kindergarten, and there's a story about the ants and the grasshoppers. We're the ants. And a lot of grasshoppers are going to be knocking on our doors, asking for a place to stay and asking for loans and asking for help. But don't wait till it's too late, right? To do that. Do that now. Make business decisions that impact your family in a positive manner right now. So when things happen, not if, when things happen, you are prepared, you are ahead of it, and you can sleep easy knowing that your family is taken care of. Hey, I'm just telling you, um, from here, $500 a month, all the way down to $250,000 a month in residual income. That's without the matching bonuses, and that's without anything else that we sell override wise. Okay, so in closing, guys, the builder brokerage package is the one that you really want. That's the one I got started on, and the first month, I had 20 people tell me yes. So I had more than four. I've never paid a $99 monthly membership because those 20 people offset it. Okay, all I needed was four. Same thing for you. You come on board. We're going to show you how to make that money right back, put that money right back on your credit card, right, and get you to earning while you're learning. And I'm just excited for us. So get back with the person, guys, that invited you out. Let them know that you're ready to go ahead and get yourself positioned, and let them know that after you say thank you. All right. So with that, guys, we'll see you guys at the top. We'll see you guys at the bank. We'll see you guys on the beach. But again, it was a pleasure, serving you guys this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bean.